Welcome to the Life, Tales and Legacy TV. Today, we dive into the life of a man whose courage, leadership, and extraordinary willpower shaped the foundation of the modern world. The first president of the United States of America, George Washington. From his humble childhood on a Virginia plantation to leading armies in the American Revolution to helping build a brand new nation, his legacy lives in every corner of American democracy. This is the inspiring journey of the man known as the father of his country, George Washington. Early life and childhood. George Washington was born on February 22, 1732, in Westmoreland County, Virginia, into a farming family that grew tobacco using slave labor, a harsh and dark reality of that time. He was the eldest son of Augustine Washington and his second wife, Mary Bull Washington. His father died when George was just 11. From that moment, responsibilities fell heavily on his young shoulders. He studied basic math, reading, writing, and learned land surveying, a skill that would become key to his future success. Washington admired the British Army. He dreamed of becoming a soldier, trained himself in discipline, leadership, and physical strength, preparing for a destiny far greater than he knew, becoming a surveyor and first leadership. At 17, Washington became an official surveyor, exploring wild lands and learning the geography of America. Visual cue, maps, compasses, wilderness visuals. He bought land, invested his income, and built his reputation as a responsible young leader. By his early 20s, Washington joined the Virginia militia, stepping into a world of war and political conflict. The French and Indian War. The first major conflict Washington fought in was the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763, a struggle for control of North America. At Fort Necessity, Washington faced a crushing defeat, a lesson in humility. But his bravery and leadership impressed many, especially the powerful landowners of Virginia. Washington realized one truth: success is not final, failure is not fatal. What matters is the courage to continue. His leadership skills continued to grow. Love, wealth, and Mount Vernon. In 1759, Washington married Martha Custis, a wealthy widow with 2 children. Her support and wealth helped Washington rise economically and socially. He settled at his beloved plantation, Mount Vernon. He became a successful farmer, and like many Virginia planters, Washington owned enslaved people, a deeply troubling contradiction to the ideals he would later fight for. Seeds of revolution. Tension between American colonies and the British Crown was rising. Unfair taxes, taxation without representation, British soldiers forcing authority on colonists, economic control by Britain. Washington, once loyal to the British, now saw injustice. He joined the Continental Congress, a meeting of leaders who wanted freedom. A storm of revolution was coming. In 1775, Washington was chosen to lead the Continental Army. He faced fewer soldiers, no training, less money, freezing winters, powerful British armies, Valley Forge winter. Thousands suffered hunger and disease, but Washington stayed strong, giving hope when all seemed lost. Crossing the Delaware River, 1776, Washington launched a daring surprise attack on Christmas night, a victory that changed everything. Yorktown, 1781, the final victory. British General Cornwallis surrendered. America won its independence. Washington became a worldwide symbol of victory against empire, building a new nation. After the war, Washington wanted a quiet life at Mount Vernon, but America needed a leader. In 1789, he was elected the first president of the United States. Unanimously, Washington guided America at a time with no established government system, no strong economy, many enemies watching. His major contributions made a strong central government, helped launch the Constitution in action, formed the first cabinet, established national bank with Alexander Hamilton, promoted unity over political parties, created foreign policy of neutrality. He refused to become a king even though many wanted him to rule for life. In 1796, he voluntarily stepped down, shocking the world. Back at Mount Vernon, Washington farmed, wrote letters, and stayed active in national events. He gradually came to regret slavery and arranged to free the enslaved people he personally owned after his death, becoming the only founding father to do so. George Washington died on December 14, 1799, at age 67. The entire nation mourned. He had become more than a leader, a symbol of liberty. His legacy is everywhere. The nation's capital, Washington, D.C., his face on the $1 bill and the quarter, the Washington Monument, the title, Father of his country. His leadership style still guides presidents today. Integrity, courage, duty, democracy, the eternal leader. George Washington's life was not just the birth of a nation, but the birth of a belief that all people can fight for freedom and build a government ruled not by kings, but by its citizens. He was the first president, but for America, he will always be number one. Like, share and subscribe to Life Tales and Legacy TV for more inspiring stories of world legends.